Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Zenith Academy Online. I'm Shahana and today I'm back with yet another interesting topic of trigonometry, which is heights and distances. In our trigonometry videos also, I told you that trigonometry is the concept which revolves around the right angle triangle, finding the sides and angles of that triangle. Now, what heights and distances is, it is the day-to-day application of trigonometry, how trigonometry is used in our day-to-day life. Now, to understand this, what we first need to do is we need to understand some basic concepts. So, our first concept will be the angle of elevation. Now, what is it? This is our favorite cat we know, Sylvester. Now, when Sylvester is looking straight, its line of sight is straight, it will be forming a straight line. So, that horizontal line is parallel to the ground. See. This is our horizontal line. This is the straight line forming from its line of sight. Now, this is the bird. This is its prey, Tweety. This is at a height. Okay. So now, to chase its bird, Sylvester needs to tilt its neck and shift its sides upward. So when he shifts its sides upward, this will be its line of sight. And when this is the line of sight, so what this line of sight will do, this will make an angle, with this horizontal line, and that angle will be called the angle of elevation. This is making this angle, say suppose this is theta, and this theta here is known as the angle of elevation. Similarly, just as we have angle of elevation, we have angle of depression. Now what is that? In previous, the cat was seeing its prey, so it was tilting upwards. Now, if the bird is looking at the cat, so first we need the horizontal line, so that straight line of sight. This is our straight line. Now, with this horizontal line, when the bird is looking downwards towards the cat, line of sight will change, it will lean downwards, and when the line of sight is leaning downwards, it will form an angle of depression. That is, let's suppose this is theta with this horizontal line, and this is called the angle of depression. Let's read some point to remember. We have already done angle of elevation and angle of depression. Both are measured with the horizontal. First we need that straight line. From that straight line, the line of sight will change either upwards or downwards, and hence the angle of elevation or depression will be formed respectively. Now, the second main important point is, numerically, angle of elevation is always equal to angle of depression. Now, how is this possible? See. This is the horizontal line. For suppose this is the line of sight of the cat. Now cat was looking upwards, so our line of sight was leaning upwards, and hence it was making an angle of elevation. Say suppose this is theta. This I told you, this is the horizontal line always parallel to the ground. Similarly, we had another horizontal line, the line of sight of that bird. So that was also parallel to the ground. So let's suppose this was the line. Okay, that horizontal line. So it is also parallel to the ground, and same way it will be parallel to this line also. From this parallel line, the bird's line of sight was shifting downwards. Okay. So say this was its line of sight. So now what angle it was making? It was making also theta. It was making angle of depression. Now how they both are equal? See, if these two lines are parallel, and if we suppose that this is a transversal, so we know that interior alternate angles are equal. So what are they? Interior alternate angles, and hence angle of depression and angle of elevation, numerically they are always said to be equal. The moment we see the question, what the trick to solve the question in this chapter is, first need to draw that diagram. Okay. Now here it is written the angle of elevation of the top of the tower. So what we need? A tower. So see. angle of elevation of this top. Okay, so we need to look upwards. Top of the tower at a distance of 160 meter from its foot. Now this is its foot. So 160 meter distance from its foot. This horizontal line will be drawn, and this will be at a distance of a distance of 160 meters. Now this is for suppose 160 meter distance, and from here the angle of elevation to the top of the tower is given to us as 60 degrees. Now what we need to find? The height of the tower. This height we need to find. If you see clearly, a right angle triangle is forming. This is the straight line. For suppose this is the tower. What you need to do in exam is to draw this kind of diagram. Okay, what I am showing you here. The straight line represents a tower. This is the distance of 160 meter on the ground, and from here the angle of elevation to the top. This is the top of the tower. So this will be joined, and the angle of elevation is given to us as 60 degrees. Okay. Now what we need to find is this height. So for suppose this height is h. Now if we recall what we have studied, what is tan theta? Tan theta is perpendicular upon base. The angle we have been given, base we have been given, and what we need to find is perpendicular. Tan 60 degrees is equal to perpendicular upon base, which is h upon 160. Tan 60 degree is equal to root 3. This is equal to root 3. So root 3 is equals to h upon 160. So our h will be equal to 160 into root 3. Okay. Now in exam, you can leave your answer till here also. But if you have been given the value of the square root, specifically given in the question the value of the square root, please do solve it further. Please remember to write the unit. H is equals to 160 into root 3 meters, because h is measured in the distance of h we need to find, so it will be measured in meters, and hence it is 160 root 3 meters. The height of a tree is root 3 times the length of its shadow. The height of a tree. So what we first need to imagine a tree. What is the position of our sun? See, sun is here. So where will the shadow be? Shadow will fall here. Okay, if sun would have been here, the shadow will have been fall backwards. Now, see, for suppose this is a shadow of the tree. We need to find the angle of elevation of the sun. So sun is at this side, the top. So what we need to find is the angle of elevation. This, the line of sight with the horizontal line. Okay. Now what is first? It is saying height of a tree is root 3 times the length of its shadow. So what is the length of its shadow? We don't know. So let's suppose this is x. Now if this is x, the height of the tree is given to us as root 3x. It is root 3 times the shadow of its own. And now what we need to find is this angle of elevation. For suppose this is theta. So we need to find the theta. This is perpendicular and this is base, we know. So perpendicular upon base is what? Tan theta. So this will be root 3x upon x. So tan theta is equals to root 3, x and x will get cancelled. So tan theta will be equal to root 3. And when is tan theta equal to root 3? We know when theta is equals to 60 degrees. We have learned this in standard angles. So this is our answer. A ladder is placed along a wall. So first what we need? A wall. Okay, this is a wall and a ladder is placed along that wall like this, such that its upper end is resting against a vertical wall. This is the vertical wall and its upper end is resting against it. The foot of the ladder, this foot of the ladder is 2.4 meters. This distance is actually 2.4 meters from the wall, and the ladder is making an angle of 68 degrees with the ground. This angle is 68 degrees. Now find the height up to which the ladder reaches. We need to find at which point this ladder is touching the wall. So at which point, that is this height. If we draw it in exam, what we do, this is a straight line, this is the wall for suppose, and see this is the ladder tilting against the wall. Now this is the line, this is the distance away from the wall. Now we know the base, and what we actually need to find, that is the height. So again we'll use tangent property. Let's suppose this is h. So we'll use tan theta. Now tan 68 degrees, because theta value is 68, is equal to h upon 2.4. Now 68 degrees is not a standard angle, so we don't know the value. We can find it out from the trigonometric table, or in exam you will be given provided in the question itself. Now if you want to learn how to read the trigonometric table, please do watch our previous video. The link is provided in the I button. Please do check it out. Okay. Now tan 68 degree from trigonometric table, I know the value. It is 2.475, which is equal to h upon 2.4 meters. Now, so what h will be? 2.4 into 2.475, which is equal to 5.94 meter. So this is our answer. In this way, we need to solve the questions. We first need to draw this diagram. What is most important is drawing the right diagram. Unless we draw a right diagram, we will not able to find the correct side or the correct angle. Okay. So our next question is, two persons are standing on the opposite sides of a tower. Now from the first line itself we can draw the diagram. Two persons standing on the opposite sides of a tower. So what we first need is a tower. Now two persons are standing on the opposite side, means one is standing here and other is standing on there. Now they observe the angles of elevation. So the moment angles of elevation comes, it means they are looking at the top. Angles of elevation of the top of the tower to be 30 degree and 38 degree. So for angle of elevation, what we first need is that horizontal line of sight. This will be the horizontal line of sight of the two persons. The angle of elevation for this person is 38 degrees, and for this person is say 30 degrees. It is given to us to be 30 and 38 degree respectively. Now find the distance between them. What we need to find, they both are standing on the opposite sides of the tower. We need to find the actual distance between these two persons. If the height of the tower is 50 meters. Now we need to find this horizontal distance. So if we draw the actual diagram, what it will be like, this straight line is the tower, which is 50 meter. This is the angle of elevation for the first person. Let's suppose this is A. This is the angle of elevation for the second person, and let's suppose this is B. Now this angle is 30 degrees and this angle is 38 degrees. And we need to find the distance of AB. We need to find the measure of AB. Okay. Now say this is C and this is D. Also please remember, this DC is the height or the altitude. So this will be 90 degrees here. Now how we solve it? If we see triangle ADC, this AC we need to find out. this DC, this perpendicular is given to us and we know one of the angle. So we can now find using tangent. So tan 30 degrees will be equal to DC upon AC, perpendicular upon base, which is equal to, if this is 50 upon, now say, let's mark this as X and CB or BC as Y. So for AC I can write X. Now what is tan 30 degrees? Remember we learned in standard angles, it is 1 by root 3 is equals to 50 upon X. So X is equals to 50 root 3. So 50 into 1.732, which will give us 86.60 meters approximately. So we found the value of X is equals to 86.6 meters. Now we need to find the value of Y. In the same way we can find Y also. So tan 38 degrees, because this is the perpendicular here and BC is the base. So tan 38 degrees is equals to 50 upon Y. Same way. Now what is tan 38 degrees? From trigonometric table, the value is 0.7813 is equals to 50 upon Y. So Y is equals to 50 upon 0.7813. Our Y will be equal to approximately 64 meters. So it is here Y is equals to 64 meters. Now finding AB is easy. What we need to do? We need to add X and Y. So what is the value? 86.6 plus 64, it will give us 150.6 meters, and hence the answer. So the question is, from a point 36 meter above the surface of a lake. Start imagining what the question is saying. From 36 meter above the surface of a lake, the angle of elevation of a bird. There is a bird flying and from the lake above 36 meters above from the lake, there is an angle of elevation which is 30 degrees and the angle of depression of its image. So when the bird is flying above the lake, its image is forming in the lake and the angle of depression in the water is given to us as 60 degrees. Find the actual height of the bird above the surface of the lake. So let's draw. Let's imagine, see, this is a lake. Now the bird is flying. This is flying above the lake. There is and this is its image forming in the lake. Now the question is saying from a point 36 meters above the lake. So above the lake and that also 36 meters above. So let's draw a line. Now say suppose this is 36 meters above the lake. So first we'll draw the horizontal line and then the angle of elevation. So this angle of elevation is given to us as 30 degrees and the same way the angle of depression of that image is forming here, which is equal to 60 degrees. We need to find this actual height, the bird flowing above the lake. This distance we need to find. So first let's join this and form a figure. Now see, angle of elevation is given to us as 30 degrees. Angle of depression given to us as 60 degrees. And we need to find this distance. Okay. So first let us mark the points. See, if this is A and this A, for suppose this point above the lake is C and this AC is given to us as 36 meters. This is D and let's say this is E. So if AC is equals to 36 meters, DE will also be 36 meters. If this is B, let's mark this image in the lake as B dash. Now we have marked all the point. What we need to find the distance BD. Now what is BD? BD, here from the figure we can see it is equal to BE plus ED. ED we know as 36 meters. So what we need to find? BE. If we found out BE, we can easily find out BD. So let's say this is H for triangle A B dash E. What is B dash E here? First of all, see this BD and this DB dash, they both should be equal. Now why? See, this lake is the plane of reflection. So the object and the image, so they both will be at an equal distance from the plane of reflection. So that is why BD is equals to DB dash. Let's write this here so that we don't forget. BD is equals to DB dash. B dash E is equal to ED plus B dash D. And what is ED? 36. What is BD here? 36 plus BE. So B dash D is equal. So we will write 36 plus BE, which is actually equal to 36 plus BE is what? We marked it as H. So it is equal to 72 plus H. Now this is a perpendicular and this is the base. So for tan 60 degrees, perpendicular is B dash E upon base is AE. Now tan 60 degrees is equals to B dash E upon AE. Now B dash E we found out as 72 plus H. So it will be 72 plus H upon AE. Before we do it further here, let's first find out what is AE. Okay. Now see, this is AE here. AE is the base for this triangle ABE also. So see, triangle ABE. Now in this triangle ABE, we have 30 degrees. So for base and for this height, we can take tangent again. So tan 30 degrees is equals to BE upon AE. And what is BE? We have marked this as H and this is AE. Now tan 30 degrees, what is the value of tan 30 degrees? 1 upon root 3, which is equal to H upon AE. So this implies A is equals to what? We'll cross multiply root 3H. AE is equals to root 3H. This we found out here. A is equals to root 3H. Now we can use it here. So let's put the values. What is tan 60 degrees? Tan 60 degrees is equals to root 3. Root 3 is equals to 72 plus H upon what is AE? AE we found out as root 3H. So now we need to solve this. Now this is just solving. What we need to do? Cross multiply. So root 3h into root 3. So this will be root 3h into root 3 is equal to 72 plus h. Okay. What is root 3 into root 3? It will give us the whole number 3. 3h is equals to 72 plus h. 72 is equals to, this h will be shifted here. So 3h minus h is equals to 2h. H is equals to 72 divided by 2 is equals to 36 meters. Please don't forget to write the units. So h is equals to 36 meters. So if this is 36 meters, so what our BD is? 36 plus 36? Easy. BD is equals to 36 plus 36, and hence our answer is 72 meters. Okay, so this was all for our today's session. Now we'll be solving some more questions of these type in our next video also. If you have any queries or any problems solving these questions, please do let us know in the comments below. And if you have liked this video, I request you to please like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the bell icon so that you get the notification when our next video gets uploaded. Thank you so much. Keep the learning on.